So I finally got a Cricut, and I'm just like, so excited. It was a bit daunting, admittedly. It probably stayed in the box for like 5 days before I opened it. I've wanted a Cricut machine for a very long time, and when the Cricut Maker came out, I knew that was the machine for me. I just had to wait because it was expensive, but I finally got one. Look how shiny! I got the Cricut Maker plus everything materials bundle. I got this Cricut Maker in champagne because it was the only color left with that bundle. I really wanted mint, but apparently so does everyone else because it is always sold out when I look. But a Cricut's Cricut. I was a little sad that right out of the box and plastic, it had some scratches. But you know what? At least I didn't have to feel bad about being the first one to put a scratch on there because we know it's going to happen sooner or later. It's honestly pretty overwhelming at first. I was like, what do I do? But step one, unleash this beauty. So I plugged in the appropriate sides of the power cord to the machine and to the outlet in the wall. It's messy under my desk, but you can see that it has plenty of wiring, so you're not super limited in how far you can go. When it's not in use, it's pushed to the back of my desk, and I make sure this cord isn't bent so it's not getting messed up. Now the next step is to connect to your machine with the Cricut Design Space app or the desktop version. I was on my phone, went to that web address, and it just sent me to the app. So I selected the Maker as my machine. It says to plug it in and turn it on and then connect it to Bluetooth. So this is my first time opening my Cricut. I love how it just kind of slowly opens on its own once you get it going. It came with this little styrofoam block to keep it all safe in transit. It comes with a premium fine point blade already installed in slot B, and then slot A is like the tool and pen adapter. I was so excited to turn my machine on. It was a little louder than I expected though. So I went back to the app and quickly was reminded that I had not enabled my Bluetooth. So I went into my settings, it found the device right away, clicked on it. I entered the pin they gave me and went back to the Cricut app. Some of my screen you can't see right here, but it was asking if it was the correct Cricut ID, my correct email, and it was. So then I had to update, I think it was. The next thing it did was ask me if I wanted to subscribe to Cricut Access, and it had the first month free, so I just said, sure, I'll go with it, and if it's not worth it, I can cancel it by the time the first payment comes around. And then they congratulate you on signing up to give them money, so, congrats. The people at Cricut must know it's a daunting thing to crack open your machine and be paralyzed with fear of what do I do now? So they have a little craft for you to do. They have you pick one of these images and then tell you to put cardstock on the mat. It came with some materials already, so I just used some of that. I used the standard grip mat for holding the cardstock to send through the machine. I love the sound of peeling something off for the first time. I love the tabs on either side where you insert the mat because otherwise I'd be doing it crooked and it would be all kinds of messed up. So I loaded the mat and then I'm going to tell it to cut. I was a little concerned at first when I was about to start cutting because it's a little loud and I was like, oh no, I've already broken it. But then I was just super fascinated by watching it cut. When it finished cutting, I unloaded the mat from my Cricut Maker machine and I was so happy. Given all the time in the world, I would not make anything that clean cut. Then it prompted me to remove the cardstock from the mat, and I did. P.S. It is really hard to record with one hand and peel something off the mat with the other. I am already in love with this machine just by the intricate cuts it can make on cardstock. And the last step is to just bookmark this help page. I do love how it has a holder for your tools, although that doesn't really fit in the scraper. However, inside of the machine, it has more storage. And just like that, I now have a shape that I can use to make a card or a poster or anything I want, really. You could put it on this cardstock that it came with. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, so I guess I'll save that for another time. Thank you so much, friend, for joining me in this video. Please consider subscribing if you like craft ideas and tips.